Development of New Organisms. A comprehensive exploration of courtship behaviors, developmental stages, and metamorphosis in various animal species. Lesson overview. Courtship behaviors. Reproductive communication patterns in animals. Toad development. Stages from egg to adult toad. Metamorphosis types. Complete versus incomplete metamorphosis. Life histories. Detailed examination of housefly and cockroach development. What is courtship? Courtship is a form of reproductive communication between males and females of a species, designed to culminate in sexual union. These behaviors have evolved to ensure successful mating and reproduction. Attracting mates. Animals use a variety of displays, calls, or scents to signal their presence and desirability to potential partners. Establishing compatibility. Through intricate rituals, animals assess each other's fitness, health, and willingness to mate, ensuring a suitable match. Ensuring reproductive success. The ultimate goal of courtship is to facilitate successful fertilization and the survival of offspring, contributing to the species' continuation. Types of courtship behaviors. A compatible male and female separate themselves from others in a group to form a mating pair. This behavior is observed in humans, toads, fish, and winged termites. Fixed pattern movements or attractive exhibitions between males and females that end in mating. Examples include croaking in toads, dancing and singing in humans, production of odor by females, and the stunning tail feathers of peacocks. Behavior where a member of a species marks out a fixed area and defends it against intruders of the same species. Males typically establish territories prior to mating, a common trait in most vertebrates except amphibians. Seasonal movement of animals from one place to another for breeding, feeding, or escaping unfavorable climatic conditions. This behavior is observed in termites, birds, fish, and other species. Toad development, courtship. In toads, courtship primarily occurs during the rainy season, when conditions are optimal for reproduction and development. Attraction calls. Male toads produce loud croaking noises to attract females. Female readiness. Females become visibly swollen, indicating they are ready to lay eggs. Amplexus. The male climbs onto the female's back, holding her firmly using thickened parts on its thumbs. External fertilization. As the female lays eggs in the water, the male releases sperm over them, leading to external fertilization. Toad development. Early stages. The egg stage. Toad eggs are laid in protective jelly strings, ensuring oxygen access, preventing damage, and guarding against drying and microbes. The zygote stage. Post-fertilization, the zygote undergoes cell division to form an embryo, nourished by the egg yolk and oxygen from the jelly casing. The young tadpole stage. Within days, young tadpoles emerge, attaching to plants via a cement gland. They feed on yolk, absorb oxygen through skin, and develop visible eyes, ears, and nostrils. Toad development, middle stages. External gill stage. The young tadpole develops a distinct head, body, and tail. 3 external gills appear on either side of the head. It develops horny jaws to feed on water weeds. The intestine is long and coiled, with the cement gland still present. Internal gill stage. 6 to 10 days after hatching, external gills disintegrate while internal gills develop. A gill cover, operculum, grows over the gills. The tadpole now breathes like a fish. Its tail elongates and muscles develop for improved swimming. Toad development. Final stages. The limb stage. Hind limbs grow first, then forelimbs. Internal gills disintegrate as lungs develop, and the mouth forms to replace horny jaws. The intestine shortens as the tadpole shifts to eating small animals. Young toad stage. The tadpole reabsorbs its tail, transforming into a small toad. It then emerges from the water onto land, where it continues to grow into a full adult. The entire metamorphosis process from egg to adult toad takes approximately 40 to 45 days and is controlled by the hormone thyroxine, produced by the thyroid gland located between the head and trunk. What is metamorphosis? Metamorphosis refers to the gradual changes that occur during the development of an animal from the zygote, fertilized egg, to the adult stage. In insects, there are 2 primary types of metamorphosis, each with distinct developmental pathways. Complete metamorphosis. This type involves 4 distinct stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Each stage looks very different from the others, and the change between stages is dramatic. Incomplete metamorphosis. This type typically involves 3 stages: egg, nymph, and adult. Nymphs resemble miniature versions of the adult, growing larger with each molt until they reach maturity. Complete metamorphosis. Complete metamorphosis involves a series of gradual changes from fertilized eggs to larva, then to pupa, and finally to the adult stage. There is no resemblance between the pupal and adult stages. Egg. Fertilized eggs are laid by female insects in suitable environments for development. Larva hatches from egg, specialized feeding stage that looks completely different from adult. Pupa. Transformation stage where internal reorganization occurs, typically inactive. Adult. Sexually mature form with wings and reproductive capabilities. Insects that undergo complete metamorphosis include houseflies, mosquitoes, butterflies, bees, wasps, and beetles. Incomplete metamorphosis. In incomplete metamorphosis, the egg hatches into a nymph, which generally resembles the adult except that it is smaller, wingless, and sexually immature. Egg. Fertilized eggs are laid by female insects in suitable environments for development. Nymph. Immature form that resembles the adult but lacks wings and sexual maturity. Undergoes multiple molts as it grows. Adult. Fully developed form with wings and reproductive capabilities. Insects that undergo incomplete metamorphosis include grasshoppers, cockroaches, termites, and true bugs. Comparing metamorphosis types. Complete metamorphosis. 4 distinct stages: egg, larva, pupa, adult. Larva looks completely different from adult, includes a pupal stage for transformation. Examples: butterflies, flies, beetles, bees. Larva and adult often occupy different ecological niches. Larvae often specialized for feeding and growth. Incomplete metamorphosis. 3 stages: egg, nymph, adult. Nymph resembles adult but lacks wings and sexual maturity. No pupal stage. Examples: grasshoppers, cockroaches, termites. Nymph and adult typically share same habitat and food sources. Development occurs through series of molts. Life history of housefly. The housefly, Musca domestica, undergoes complete metamorphosis, developing through 4 distinct life stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. This entire life cycle, from egg to adult, can be completed in as little as 7 to 10 days under optimal conditions. This rapid development allows housefly populations to grow quickly when environmental factors are favorable. Housefly, egg and larva stages. Egg stage. The female housefly lays 2 to 7 batches of eggs, 100 to 150 eggs per batch, in moist, dirty environments rich in organic matter. These environments provide immediate food sources for the emerging larvae. The eggs are small, white, and elongated. They hatch into larvae within 8 to 24 hours under favorable conditions. Larva stage. The larva, called a maggot, has a segmented body with a head bearing a pair of hooks for tearing food and facilitating movement. The ventral surface has spiny pads that aid in locomotion. Maggots have 2 pairs of spiracles for breathing. They feed voraciously, molt several times, and complete this stage in 5 to 14 days before moving to a dry place to pupate. Housefly, pupa and adult stages. Pupal stage. During pupation, the maggot shortens and its skin becomes hard and brown, forming the pupal case, puparium. Inside this protective case, the insect undergoes complete internal reorganization. The pupa does not feed or move. This transformative stage lasts approximately 3 to 10 days, depending on environmental conditions. Adult stage. The adult housefly, imago, emerges from the puparium, using a sac-like organ called the tilinum to break it open. It moves to the surface of its surroundings and flies away once its wings are dry. Adults are sexually mature and can begin reproducing within 2 to 3 days after emergence, continuing the life cycle. Life history of cockroach. The cockroach undergoes incomplete metamorphosis, progressing through 3 key life stages. Egg stage. Cockroaches lay their fertilized eggs in a protective case called an ootheca, which can contain multiple eggs. These oothecae are often deposited in secluded, warm, and humid locations. Nymph stage. Nymphs hatch from the eggs and resemble miniature versions of the adult, but without fully developed wings or reproductive organs. They grow by molting their exoskeletons multiple times. Adult stage. After several molts, the nymph transforms into a fully mature adult cockroach. Adults possess complete wings and are capable of reproduction, continuing the life cycle. The complete development from egg to adult takes approximately 11 to 20 months, significantly longer than the housefly's life cycle. Cockroach development stages. Egg stage. A female cockroach lays approximately 10 to 16 eggs in a horny egg case called an ootheca. She carries this case in her abdominal pouch for some time, before depositing it in a safe, dark location. The eggs hatch into nymphs after 30 to 100 days. These newly hatched nymphs are wingless, small, and whitish in color. Nymph stage. The nymphs feed actively and grow, gradually becoming brown in color. They undergo approximately 13 molts as they develop. During this stage, they increasingly resemble adults but lack fully developed wings and reproductive capabilities. Adult stage. During the final molts, wings first appear as wing pads and later develop into full-grown wings. The adult cockroach is sexually mature and capable of reproduction. The entire development process from egg to adult imago requires 11 to 20 months to complete. Molting, a critical process. Molting, ecdysis, is a common process in the metamorphosis of insects and other arthropods. It involves shedding the old exoskeleton to allow for growth and development. Fluid production. Molting fluid is secreted between the old and new cuticles, initiating the separation process. Cuticle splits. The old cuticle, or exoskeleton, splits along specific lines due to internal pressure and muscle contractions. Emergence. The insect carefully wiggles and pulls itself out of the shed exoskeleton, a delicate and energy-intensive process. Hardening. The new cuticle expands rapidly to accommodate the larger body size and then hardens, providing protection and structure. In complete metamorphosis, molting occurs during larval stages, allowing the larva to grow. In incomplete metamorphosis, nymphs molt multiple times as they grow, before reaching adulthood. Comparing developmental strategies. Toad, vertebrate. External fertilization in water. Aquatic larval stage, tadpole. Gradual metamorphosis with hormone control. Transition from aquatic to terrestrial habitat. Housefly, complete metamorphosis. Internal fertilization. Distinct larval form, maggot. Inactive pupal transformation stage. Rapid development, 7 to 10 days. Cockroach, incomplete metamorphosis. Internal fertilization. Nymphs resemble adults, no pupal stage. Extended development, 11 to 20 months. Evolutionary advantages. Different life stages exploit varied resources. Reduced competition between juveniles and adults. Adaptation to seasonal environmental changes. Specialized stages for growth versus reproduction. Key takeaways. Courtship behaviors. Animals exhibit various courtship behaviors, including pairing, display, territoriality, and seasonal migration, to ensure successful reproduction. Toad development. Toads undergo complex metamorphosis from aquatic egg and tadpole stages to terrestrial adults, a process taking 40 to 45 days and controlled by the hormone thyroxine. Insect metamorphosis. Insects display either complete metamorphosis, egg, larva, pupa and adult, or incomplete metamorphosis, egg, nymph and adult, with each strategy offering distinct evolutionary advantages. Life histories. The housefly's rapid complete metamorphosis contrasts sharply with the cockroach's extended incomplete metamorphosis, showcasing diverse developmental strategies in insects.